All right, hello everyone. My name is the Game Hunter and the marketing manager for the Bitverse, and I would like to welcome everybody for this special community Q&A session about the upcoming Bitverse NFTs. We know that everybody's super excited about it, so we would love to continue answering your questions. It's super important for everybody to get all the answers for the questions that they have, so everybody's gonna be on fire joining this special event, the pre-sale event. Okay, so this week we're going to be talking with Congregate's Vice President of the product, Jorge, and the Bitverse new Senior Product Manager is under the name of the Bit Viper. So welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, Jorge, and also Viper.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Before we keep moving, I think we should say something. There's obviously someone missing today.
Yes. Go ahead.
So, yeah. So our dear Juniper is out sick today, so you won't be hearing her lovely voice. Instead, you'll have to, get along with the Game Hunter.
Oh, that didn't sound right at all.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do my best. But we all missing Juniper. Get well soon. We miss you so very much. So, but in the meantime, I will able to start asking the questions to everybody. Okay, so as we're getting closer to the Bitverse pre-sale, it's always important to answer your questions from the community. But before doing that, let's go to the community announcements. Number one, do you guys know about the Bitverse Heroes airdrop? If not, I will encourage everybody to follow us on Twitter at BHBitverse to find out more. Actually, we have some exciting news because we make a change in this airdrop. Initially, we were supposed to give 3 NFTs, but we decided to change that because the reaction of the community has been so great. So we are going to give away 5 instead. So get ready. In order to make this possible, we're using BitHeroes instead of the portals for this giveaway. So more winners, more chances to be selected. So we hope that everybody's excited and go and participate because that's your chance to join the Bitverse getting an NFT now. So that's super cool. Also, we're going to be announcing next week about our BitHeroes beta program. We already have more than 900 people in it. So get ready. We're going to be making some of those amazing announcements next week. And also it's very important to follow us on Medium because we added a lot of information about the Bitverse Heroes that you do not want to miss. Right? the-bitverse.medium.com. So how about if we get this party rolling? That's probably about time. People are getting set it in. So let's start with a question. So, but before we start with the question itself, Jorge is gonna give us some comments regarding the drops in BHQ and also some exciting news about a new BitHeroes Quest Summer Event. Jorge, it's all yours.
Yeah, so I wanted to follow up on a couple of items. One is, I think last PMA, some comments were made that were not received very well, and that kind of made people a little bit anxious about our drop rates in BitHeroes Quest. I want to calm down everyone. They're working as expected. We always keep an eye on them, and things are good. So I think it's more that we have new team members joining BitHeroes Quest, like the ones that were here last week, and they definitely feel a little bit the sting of getting to know how the game works. But yeah, just wanted to clarify that. And I wanted to announce that, and I think some of you might have seen this through our Medium blog, where we post a lot of announcements, as well as on Discord and Twitter. Some of you might have seen that we are kickstarting a Summer Frenzy event through the rest of August. And to be honest, the next month and a half is going to be quite interesting, right? We're going to have the new zone is going to be coming out next month, right? So I think it's a good time for everyone to get ready. You know what that usually means. We also have Congiversary, but for August, we're going to have the Summer Frenzy event going on, and that's coming with a lot of things. So to start, We are doubling the drops on PvP, and we're doubling the drop of the mythics in trials and gauntlet. There's going to be lots of offers. There's going to be lots of things going on. So don't miss it. I think we also have a raffle to get one of our NFTs that you can participate in. So don't miss that out. And yeah, that's I think that's all the announcements we had to make.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So this is the perfect time to log in into Bit Heroes Quest and take advantage of all those special events. And Summer Frenzy got me all frenzy, all crazy. So hope everybody's super excited about that. So let's start with the questions. The first question, it's can you do NFT giveaways that don't require a wallet setup? Okay. Pretty much in the world blockchain, everything is made possible thanks to the wallet. So which allow you to acquire goods, NFTs, crypto, and much more. We want our community to enjoy the Bitverse from day one. And to make that possible, we need them to have a wallet to be able to send their prices. Okay, so that would be a quick answer to that question that we received from the community. The second one is very short. It says, mint when? Donnie?
Yeah. Hello, folks. Thanks for having me back. Mint when? I see that question, I immediately think that meme, that the Win Lambo that follows around in the crypto space. But I can answer this very, very quickly. The pre-sale mint, the first minting where folks will be able to get a hold of our portals and open them and reveal heroes is going to be September 22nd. That will be the date that they'll be on sale.
Great. That was an easy answer. So let's go for the next one. What is a presale? What is a presale? Presale, geez. But by the way, my primary language is Spanish. So maybe I should be doing this in Spanish, but instead I'm trying to do my best so you guys can understand me. So what is a presale? I'm new to NFTs. I'm super confused about this. Jorge?
Yeah. So what is a presale? That's a great question that we should answer. A presale is basically an event, right, that happens before, NFTs or crypto or Web3 features are actually available and integrated in games, right? It is a way to basically distribute some of the assets to the community, right, before they get to the game. And what's interesting about that is that it shows you what we're working on. It gives you the chance to participate in what we're working on, be a part of it before the games are out, right? As you know, Quest is out there, and both Arena and Runner are coming before the end of the year. So you're going to be able to play with them very soon. And it's also, what else can we say about the presale? Usually lasts like a very short period of time, right? We put some of those NFTs on sale on our web, the Bitverse.io. With a limited quantity, right? So if you want to make sure that you get all those benefits that, BitViper was talking about a couple of weeks ago, and that you have one of these NFTs, you should be present on the day of the pre-sale. We will do more sales later on, but those are never guaranteed, right? Part of the whole principle behind NFTs is that some of them are going to be limited, right? Just again, talk about when the games are be coming out and when players are going to be able to use those NFTs from the pre-sale. So Arena is coming out in October and Runner is coming out in November. So you're going to be able to play with them very soon. And if you ask why are they not playable in Quest on the 22nd of September? Well, the main reason for that is testing. We want to make sure that we provide a good experience. I did share in the NFT chat channel a little bit of a preview of one of the common NFTs. As Viper said a couple of weeks ago, we're going to have up until Mythics around as well. And yeah, we basically, when we launch Arena, we want to also kind of turn on the switch on Quest so players will be able to experience what interoperability means, right? Which basically is that you're going to be able to play with your hero across multiple games.
Yeah, that's That's fantastic news because there's a lot of projects that they had the pre-sale and then the games become available months or even a year after. So it's really great news to know that Quest and Arena will be available to play once that we launch the blockchain services. So that's great. So maybe Jorge, you can
Can I jump in? I think there's
please,
I think there's two more things in the crypto space. Like it's very common for like a pre-sale NFTs, and one there are two reasons I can think of that Jorge I would put in addition to the stuff Jorge said was that they have to be able to use the NFTs in a game. You have to develop the NFTs first, then you're able to actually do some of the coding and testing of how they actually work in the game. So you have these NFT assets sitting there. And the idea is that, hey, we can start to deliver content and to the community sooner than what the game is to kind of whet the appetite to help get folks excited and keep them engaged as we lead up to the game time. The other reason I would say projects and us included or do a pre-sale is because the folks who have been with you for a long time since the beginning, since the announcements and everything, it's almost a reward to them. They're able to get in and make sure they can get the asset that they want, the NFT that they want, before the game launches, before it becomes huge or popular, and then everyone's piling in and it becomes harder to get some of these things. So the idea is to kind of reward your early interest that folks have.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, like our pre-sale is going to have Generation Zero heroes, right? So you'll earn those bragging rights in the future.
Exactly. To know more about all the benefits, Gen 0, Gen 1, Gen 2, is very important to follow us on Medium and also on social media because we're going to be posting a lot of information for you folks. Maybe Jorge, you can help me with the next question. When are you launching the BitPixel?
So very short answer to that is going to be the first half of 2023. As we mentioned, most of our efforts right now are on the NFT heroes, and then launching Arena and then Runner. So that's what the rest of 2022 is going to look for us, right? Getting those three things done and properly done is very important. BitPixel will come after.
Exactly. And Donnie, you want to say something?
One more thing if I can throw in, that's one thing where our project is doing different than a lot of other projects. A lot of them actually do their and sell their coins before the project even launches. They use it to try to fund the project or something like that. And that's not what we're focused on. We're focused on the games and the game experience. And so just like Jorge said, like we're not even honestly working on that too much because we're focused on the NFTs and getting and the heroes and getting them right.
Excellent. By the way, Viper and Jorge, feel free to interrupt me anytime because sometimes I speak too much.
Oh, will do.
Oh,
don't worry.
Thank you. All right. So the next question is, how long have team members been part of this project? We have met tons of new people in the Q&As. So we're wondering if these people are new or not.
So I would say the main team working on Beat Heroes Quest and myself have been around for 3 years now, I think since 2019, July 2019 or June 2019. But definitely, we brought some folks, right? So last week, Vienna and Rene were here. They're certainly, you could say they're new, but they've been working on this almost for like 8-9 months now. We're growing the Bitverse. We're making more titles. Sometimes people leave and then you have to replace them. So it depends on the person. I would say for people on Quest, as I mentioned, it's probably the tenure is 3 years for most of them.
Well, of course, it's also important to mention that the Congregate is behind the project. And that is something really important because in a lot of these NFT or blockchain games project, you don't know much about what those members did before. And it's really great for the community to know that a company like Congregate is the one behind this project. That's also very, very important to mention, right?
Yeah. So we wanted to give you guys like a little bit of a taste of other team members. Let us know if that's something of interest to you. If not, Viper and me are happy to be here every single week with you.
With me or with Juniper? Because you already mentioned that you're not really happy with me around.
I don't know, for like Hunter, I gotta say, man, like you have a tone. You have a tone. Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next question. Jeez. Okay. In one sentence, how are you different from all the other projects out there asking for support, and why should the Web3 community listen to us?
I can take this one. I think Viper was talking about it a little bit before, right? Like we are not Crash Grab. We are not a vaporware project. Like there's so many like this. And to be honest, Anta and I have been talking with some folks recently. Sometimes it feels like there's a lot of people who raise money and they don't have any projects, right? That's not our case. We're focusing on the experience. We believe in the tech. We believe in what it can add to all of you guys. And that's why we're starting with NFTs. And why are we different? Well, you're going to get 3 games where you can play with your NFTs this year. And any progress that you make on those NFTs is going to be stored with them. So that's going to be yours, right? When you buy one. So that is, I would say, our main differentiation compared to other projects. As well, like we're here for the long run. We're building a metaverse. We're focusing on the fun. And I'll tell you this, I think we're making history to a degree with this team, and everybody is extremely excited and believes in what we're doing.
Donnie, you might want to add something, or?
No, I'll just reiterate what Jorge said. To be honest, I'm, going back to the last question, I'm one of the newer people around Kongregate. One of the reasons I was excited to join Kongregate was because this project is different. The fact that we already have something launched, it's real games, it's not vaporware, as Jorge said, and trying to merge a traditional Web 2 style game to Web 3, I think has a ton of promise, and building out a universe around centralized NFTs and ultimately a central currency is just super exciting to me.
Exactly. I'm personally, nobody asked me, but I'm gonna say my opinion anyway because I just like to talk. But in the past, I used to work with different blockchain projects. This one in particular, the Bitverse, has so much potential. Talking about that, we have games, we have a company like Kongregate behind. It's just it's like a no-brainer for people to find the differences between projects that they sold out NFTs, but they don't have any idea or anytime soon they will have a playable game. So that is definitely one of the reasons why we're different. So, I'm going to continue asking questions, no answering that. So the next one is the white paper mentions a DAO in the 5-year plan for the game. Can you please explain what do you mean by this, and how do you plan to accomplish that in more specific terms?
Viper, do you want to take this one, or I take it?
I can start on it. So for those who don't know, DAO stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. It's one of these ideas that's really developed as Web3, i.e. the blockchain crypto space, has started to mature a little bit. And because one of the tenets of the Web3 space has been moving away from these centralized platforms, centralized financial institutions, whatever market you're talking about. And so the idea is that the governance, if we're going to be decentralized as opposed to centralized, then the governance should also change from centralized to decentralized. And so the idea of creating the DAOs came forth. And in essence, it's a way for the owners of the assets within a particular project, say for the Bitverse, it could be the NFTs and or the BitPixel tokens when we eventually launch. Owners of those assets will have the ability to be able to vote on future things going forward. You can almost think of it as right now, Kongregate owns the Bitverse. But as you start to transition the organization to the Bitverse to a DAO, Congregate's ownership would go down less and less, and their decision making wouldn't be fully on Congregate anymore. The decision making would slowly start to transition to the organization, to the community, if you will. And so you would start having things like being able to vote on future staking rewards or future projects. The community might be able to vote on, hey, what's the next game? Or vote on ideas for what the next set of heroes or a future set of heroes may look like. And
or whether Francisco is going to be the next host of the MAA.
There you go. I like that.
There you go. That would be a good DAO thing. Now, I think the question asks for specifics of how we're going to get there. And to be upfront, we don't have all that like written out yet. We're still talking about that, trying to figure out. We are very committed to moving the Bitverse to a DAO, but how exactly that's going to work in terms of, is it going to be the BitPixel tokens? Is it going to be the heroes? Like what percentage? Do you have to stake them? Do you have to own them for a certain amount of time? All those little details we're still thinking through and trying to work out, but we are very committed to moving to that type of thing where the community, in essence, has more say over the future direction of the project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct. And maybe you guys didn't notice, but a few Q&As ago, I remember that we asked the community about which genre do you like to see of a game in the Bitverse. So that is a good start, right? I mean, even when the plan for the DAO is in the future, we are encouraging the community to be part of the project because the Bitverse is for everyone. So that's why we're trying to keep us as close as possible. That's the idea, right? All right. Okay, so we have a question, and this question is for the three of us. Which of the three games that the Bitverse will launch this year fits you better as a gamer? Jorge.
I think so. We were talking a little bit about this before, right? I like the three of them. I'm a player of the three genres, so it's difficult for me to pick. I think as a gamer, probably I like both. Like the one that I'm enjoying the most right now is Arena, right? That's for sure. It's the one we always talk about it, right? Like we're always playing the game internally, and we have so much fun with it. That's the one that fits me a little bit better. I'm also having a lot of fun with Runner, and Quest is in my heart, so I'll pick Arena. But I love the three.
Viper.
Yeah, so I gotta give a little historical sidebar about myself. I was one of those kids growing up
Here we go.
with my Nintendo that I used to throw my controller a lot when I got angry when I would lose or lose a life or something like that. And I remember about once a month I tended to get my Nintendo taken away from me because I was throwing controllers. And as I got older and out of the house and out from under my mom's eye, I would still throw controllers and have broken several controllers over the years. Well, now I have kids. I have two boys that are really into gaming. And I have learned that I cannot throw controllers or phones or whatever because they will emulate that behavior. And then I have to buy all these new controllers. So I have basically tended to stay away from all games that will cause me to throw stuff, to throw controllers. So unfortunately, Arena and Runner, I enjoy them, but they also frustrate me where I might throw my phone. So I enjoy a little bit more Quest. I haven't come across when I've been playing it where I've wanted to throw the keyboard. So I feel like I'm going to have to say Quest here.
Okay. So pretty much Piper say that he doesn't have skills and he get aggravated. So well,
I do not. I do not.
That's pretty much what I got. Okay. So yeah, that was a really good.
I do not have skills and I'm angry about it. That's what you can do.
Yeah, it's super easy to work with Viper, by the way. There you go. Okay, so if I answered this, well, I've always been a competitive player since day one, since I was playing Pong. So that will probably give you an idea how old I am.
How old are you guys? My God.
Wow. Okay, let's not talk about that. That's not part of this Q&A. So let's just forget about that. But I used to enjoy a lot these battle royale games. No Fortnite because it's not my style. But I was a huge PUBG player. Huge PUBG player. A huge fan of PUBG. Let me rephrase that. Yeah. We're throwing too many flowers to myself now. So PUBG for me is great. So I'm super excited to have this mix between Beat Heroes universe plus Battle Royale. For me, it's a no-brainer. I'm going with Arena. Plus, as Jorge mentioned, we had so much fun when we do the internal play. Actually, tomorrow we're going to be playing, Jorge. So be ready. Be ready to get on one more time for me. Okay?
We're actually playing with NFTs for the record.
Ooh. Okay. So maybe it will be possible to start showing more gameplay about Arena in the next couple of weeks. So pay attention and make sure to follow us in social media too. You don't want to miss that. Absolutely not. All right. So let's go back to the questions. We got one saying, why did you change prices? It's cool that the common went down, but the others went up. Can you explain this? And this is, of course, related with the Bitverse Heroes NFT.
Yeah, so I can take this one and then Viper can probably complement what I say. So we've been talking about it for a while, trying to find out the right numbers, the right value for what we're putting out there, right? And we got the feedback from you guys, from the community, the last time that we were here, right? Like some members were saying that the entry price was too high, and we debriefed, we agreed. But that also means that we reevaluated everything and we came up with the new prices. So that's basically the reason for that. What I think it's interesting, and I think we can maybe link that with the next question, Francis. Hanta.
Mm-hmm. That was my secret identity, Jorge. Come on.
Oh my God, I screwed up.
All right, I
tend to do this.
I gotta edit this part.
Yeah.
So
everybody knows who you are.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. So should we continue adding the next question, or maybe Donnie wants to?
Yeah, I don't know if talking about disclosing names. Viper, do you have anything to add there?
Roberto, tell us about it.
Roberto.
No, I mean, I think you covered it. I think you covered it well. We took the feedback and we went and scrutinized the perks that we were talking about for each of the different rarities and tried to adjust some things so that we were hitting maybe sets of players that were looking for different things. And I think that's kind of where your next question is leading to.
Oh, okay. So let's continue with the question then. So would you reconsider allowing existing players to convert their characters into NFT heroes? Paying $800 make more sense if you have my high level character, but why will I pay that for a level 1 character?
That makes total sense to me. Don't get me wrong. As a player, that makes total sense to me. What I think it's important to acknowledge here is that wouldn't be fair for anyone else who comes new to the project, right? And part of the idea here, consider it a speed run to a degree, right? It's like everybody's going to be buying this special hero that comes with this new set of cool features, right? Which is basically story and progression. And then you're going to be able to compete with everybody else to get the farthest, have the best NFT hero, the most cool one, the one that has the most progress, the most ancients, mythics, familiar pets, like all the things, right? So from that standpoint, to us, it just made more sense to do it like this. It doesn't mean we're discarding it. We've talked about doing it later, but we will probably give the community and everyone who starts from scratch some time to catch up before we do that, because otherwise we will be also tanking the value of what they purchase, right? And I think that's where I want to take the conversation next is, like talking about prices and how do we come up with those. And I think it's important to think about like what's the right NFT for a different player or user that we're gonna have around, right? And I think we have the commons, which are gonna be at around $100, right? And I think those are the ones that people should go for if they're thinking about, just getting a taste of the Bitverse, right? I just want to check like how interoperability works. They want to become owners of their assets, right, and be able to trade that. Like that's the one that I would go for if I am like in that mindset and I don't want to put too much money up front, right? Then me personally, I am a huge BTOS Quest player, as some of you know, right?
Not a good one, by the way, but it is.
Yeah,
it's a big fan.
I have too many things to do, but just for example, for me, the rare, right, that already begins to give me like the ad-free experience, which means that the permacore is going to be enabled for me forever, and a permacore is like $30 a month, right? Like I can make a case for myself to get that one just from that value alone, right? And it's probably the one that I'm going to be buying. And by the way, we have a lot of folks around the company thinking about buying because we have a lot of people playing the game who love the game. And then we have, the epic and the legendaries, which again, I think it's like those are the better versions of the rare, right? That give you more perks that Viper talked about. Like you'll get more gems for your purchases. You would get like the pets, like more cosmetic options. Those are more like tapping into the people who like the collectible aspect of the NFT, right? And then we have the mythics. And for me, the mythics are like the ones that, I'd like, I think it's like $1,000, a little bit over $1,000. That's going to be the price. Like those are the ones that, a high spender or someone who's like really into the games. We have people who spend thousands of dollars, right? Someone like that is going to get advantage out of a mythic because even just from the ad-free experience, even just from, the amount of extra gems that they're going to get from their purchases, et cetera, like that, you can again make a really good and compelling case to get one. And, a collector could get any of those, probably would focus on the legendaries and the mythics a bit more. And there's obviously like the whole kind of shenanigans around the cosmetic traits, like are going to have different chances to pop up in the heroes, right? So, if you get one of the heroes that is going to have like heterochromia in the eyes, right? And he's going to have like the blue hair and like a set of unique features that have very low chance to appear, like that's going to be very unique for the collectors. So in any case, to be honest, I think all of them are great value for the right person. And their prices are going to go up over time, right? Like every subsequent sale that we will make will probably jack up the prices a little bit because we want to also encourage people to be part of the pre-sale and reward those who will be.
Well, in my case, well, nobody asked me again, but I need to step into this question. Personally, I hope that my girlfriend is not watching this video because she's asking me for a shiny ring, but that's not happening yet. But in my case, I definitely need to get a shiny, beautiful, mythic NFT. There's no question about it. There is something attractive about it.
Nice.
Again, this part is gonna get edited. It's only for the live Q&A because I don't want to get in trouble. But mythic for me is a no-brainer. All right, so yeah, I need to put a timestamp in my video now to make sure that I need to cut this. Excellent. 39 minutes. All right, here we go. So the next question is, can we please get a roadmap for the NFT project? Your team will commit to us at the... Oh, okay, is that the question? I mean, just trying to read it correctly, but pretty much is asking us if can we please have a roadmap and if we're going to commit to it. Go for it.
Yeah, I can. I'll take it. So we're, first of all, roadmaps are basically what it sounds like. Those are navigation charts to a degree, right? And things change, right? We wanted to do a lot more this year, and we had to cut down some features to deliver on the basic promise that we made when we started. But we're definitely working on, updating our roadmap. And I think now that we have built everything that we've built this year, we're going to have a lot more clarity in terms of what our next steps are. But the intention, it's still the same. We still want to get Bitpixel out. We're going to have to, get a lot of the perks that are going to come up with the avatars. We need to integrate them in the games, right? Like at launch in October, you're going to have your NFT with the progression stored. The other perks, we're working on getting them integrated in the games. They'll come a little bit later. Then the Bitpixel is coming the first half of 2023. We also, with the Bitpixel will come staking, right? Then we want to make all the games playable in the Bitverse.io. Probably when we go out in October, some of them will have to be played in congregate.com, and then Arena is going to have its own site because it's an IO project and it works a little bit differently on the backend, but we want to unify the experience. We want to build a lot of social features, right, into the site. But yeah, sorry, to narrow down the answer.
What was the question?
Yes. Yeah. We're gonna get you an updated roadmap very soon.
And I'll jump in here, and I've said this I think in one or two of the Discord channels as well. We have been working on a next version of the white paper, and it is almost done, just going through final proofreadings. It will have an update to the roadmap in it, and the plan is to get that out next week.
Mm-hmm. And also the white paper will include more information about the bonuses, rarities, and everything that we know that got you super excited. And in the meantime, it's probably a good idea to follow us on Medium because we are posting all that information before the release of the white paper. So while Mr. Viper is working in the white paper, I'm stealing information and I'm posting it on Medium. So go over there and take a look to all the new things that are coming in the Bitverse. All right, so let's go to the next question. You see, your kid already hear the plan. He knows that he's getting a common NFT.
And he wants a mythic.
Yeah, he hear me about the mythic.
Get the white paper.
Finish the white paper. That's what I heard. I'm sorry. Just putting subtitles in this. Okay.
No.
Okay, there is a limit to how many NFTs I could buy during the pre-sale?
I can jump on this one. So, yes and no is the answer. We will be launching an allow list / reservation system a couple weeks before, and we'll be announcing the particulars of that very soon. But you will be able to reserve a hero for a small fee up front. You'll be able to do one per wallet if you would like. There will also be an allow list where we will be having folks sign up for. And folks on the allow list will be able to purchase heroes. And I think we're going to put a limit of 50, I think is the number we're talking about right now. And then if some heroes make it to the public sale, which would happen after the allow list sale, there will be no limit in place at that point.
Great.
Yeah. So one thing to mention there is that we're moving away from the term whitelist into allow list because it has generated some controversy, regardless of how much you agree with it or not. We thought it was the right thing to do. The whitelist is now going to be referred as the allow list. And recapping what Viper said, there's essentially going to be a limit of 50 for the allow list, and before that you will be able to reserve one. Sorry, I said that wrong. It's going to be a limit of 50 during the pre-sale, and during the allow list period you will be able to pre-reserve one. Apologies. I tried to recap, but I screwed it even further.
Yeah, and actually it's great that we made a change from whitelist to allow list to be more inclusive in the language. We know that the most popular term is whitelist. That's everybody is familiar with that terminology, but I think we need to do things right. So, and to be more inclusive, we'll be using allow list. So from now on, everybody knows that. So we don't want to start receiving those questions. What is the difference between the whitelist and the allow list? Okay, well, you already know. Okay, so that's pretty much what are we doing? So continue with the next question is, how is your allowed list? I'm pretty sure you guys were thinking he's gonna say whitelist, but no. How is your allowed list gonna work? Will existing players have a chance to be on it?
Who wants to take this one? Viper or Hunter?
I think the Viper wants to do that, but he's still dealing with his kid. No.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I think Mrs. Viper got a hold of the kid.
There you go.
No, so I mentioned this a bit ago. We will be launching signups for an allow list starting a few weeks before, I think 2 weeks before the actual pre-sale. And folks will be able to go sign up, and then we will have a set number of spots on the allow list. And if we have, of course, demand over the number of spots, we will hold a raffle and notify winners of who's by wallet address who has made the allow list. And then I don't want to steal your thunder, Game Hunter, so why don't you mention the other part?
Okay, so how are you gonna be part of this allow list? Well, we're gonna open the allow list. If I'm not wrong, it's in September 8th. So again, you have to be ready to participate. Okay, you're gonna be able to join the allow list, and then before the pre-sale, we'll be announcing people who is gonna be able to participate in this pre-sale on September 22nd. Okay.
Mm-hmm. If you don't want to miss it, follow us on Twitter, Medium, all the things.
Oh, there you go. Jorge's
and
learning,
Discord. Yeah, man, I'm doing like a master's degree over the last couple of months.
Jorge,
one more
influencer now.
There was a question earlier that kind of related to this. You will need a wallet address, a MetaMask wallet, to be able to sign up for the allow list. So if you don't have one of those and you're interested in getting on signing up for the allow list, you have some amount of time, but I would go ahead and get started on trying to figure it out, and we will start having some potentially how-tos come out and help for folks on how to do that if they're interested and not sure what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. That is something that we're definitely going to have prepared for everybody. We're going to make some videos and show you the step-by-step how to create a wallet, and also how to connect it to Immutable X, and how to join the pre-sale. So we got you covered. The only thing that you have to be ready is we need the hype. We need everybody super excited about participating in this pre-sale. So let's continue with the next question. It say, outline what perks there are for early adopters and mentioned on the Medium article. Perks for the Bitverse heroes, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this one to our perks manager, the Big Viper.
Yeah, the biggest one is that early adopters are going to get access to an exclusive pet and mount related to the Gen 0 heroes that no one else is going to have. It'll be a different pet and or mount, depending again on rarity that you purchase, that other generations will not have. They might have one, but it'll be a different one. So that's probably the biggest perk they're going to get. The other one is, and Jorge mentioned this earlier, we intend to raise the price of these each time we're starting to sell a new generation. So one of the other perks is that you're going to get in at the ground floor at the cheapest level it is, and basically see the floor of your investment rise as the price of new heroes in the future continues to go up.
And I'll add that you'll get to play with your NFT before anyone else, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can start that race before everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely important. And about the price, yes, that is always a question that I receive from people who follow me at the Game Hunter. By the way, I need to do some promotion. Come on, Sam, I'm hosting the event, and they always ask me about when is the perfect time to get into our project. And I always tell everybody is that right when the project launch is perfect, because then you're gonna get all the benefit. And in this case, Jorge already mentioned, you can start playing with your NFT from day one, and the prices are gonna start changing. So you don't wanna miss that train, right? Okay.
Yeah. One more I'll add on there is that we talk a lot about from the game player perspective, and often we kind of maybe gloss over other markets that we have, other markets of customers, and the collectors having one of the first ones, the Gen Zero, is always going to be something that's desired by collectors as the Bitverse, gets older, gets more mature, and so that's probably another perk that we may not normally give enough credit to.
Okay, so I got another question. Can winners of the community contest, like the art one, ever be an NFT in the Bitverse? What? Is that possible, Jorge? What?
Is this that the artist wants to be an NFT,
I
or the
guess.
artist?
I don't know,
Yeah.
somebody wants to be in there. Okay. And I didn't write the question, by the way. Somebody sent this.
So it's a community question, Hunter. That's yours. What do you say?
Wait, if I say yes and then you told me, Hunter, why do you say that? I don't know. I'm going to get in trouble. But I think it's a really cool idea. Definitely a really cool idea to be part. I mean, you're already going to be part of the Bitverse by getting your NFT and participating in all the titles that we have prepared for you. But if you also can be part as a character, what? That is mind blowing for me. So I would love to see it. I cannot say yes. I would love to say yes, but I know that Jorge is gonna start sending me messages saying, "What are you talking about?" Yes. So I just gotta leave it like that. Okay.
I'll say, and this might be news for the community, but we're talking with some other IPs, right, to do like limited collections of NFTs in the future, very small limited collections, right? So why not include one of these at some point, right? Like winners of the community contests.
Absolutely. I would definitely get an NFT of Jorge. Will your NFT have that duck face or not? I just want to know now.
Oh, obviously it will. And as a matter of fact, I think it's one of the. I'm not sure if it's making it to the final, NFT kind of Gen Zero, but we definitely had a duck face in the mix at some point, playing with it. We can share like maybe a screenshot later on if people are interested.
The last thing to add here, and we talked about DAOs earlier, is this is the perfect type of thing that a DAO might end up voting on, right? Whether we want to do, one of these contests. I lost for a minute. Am I still there?
Yeah. You were playing Big Tears in the other screen. Come on, Viper.
Yeah, I guess so. Or my 1-year-old was flipping circuit breakers again, and yes, that happened during a meeting. She found the circuit breaker and flipped it and turned me off of a meeting. Anyway, this is a perfect thing for like a DAO to potentially vote on. Whether you do one of these contests, or if we do one of these contests, to have the community actually vote for winners and should they be made into NFTs and future heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that will be super cool. So if you want to see the host of this event as an NFT, let me know. Post in the announcement in the general chat. I will make it happen. I'll make it happen. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm being a character of a video game already for like 2 or 3 games. So maybe I will show you that in the future. But I was part of the. So it's really cool that now with this whole new NFT technology, you can own the character. I wish I can have my character from those old games, but because it was Web3 and there is no ownership, unfortunately the game is not available anymore, and I'm completely out. But definitely that would be super cool. So let's get the host with an NFT. Definitely. Okay, I got the last question for the community. What NFT projects have your team invested in or supported outside your own?
I think this is the last question, right?
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. I can go. Me personally, the two, I like to see finalized projects. Again, there's been a lot of vaporware around, so I like to see the people who actually made it. The one that has been the one that I enjoyed the most has been GOTS to a degree, GOTS Unchained. It's a CCG type of game, and where you can also play it as a free-to-play player, but you can also buy kind of card packs that are NFTs from their market, and then the NFT marketplace. So that was fun for me. It really ties into the type of game that I like. The other one that I've been playing a lot is Thetan Arena. More like the Brawl Stars type of concept. That one has some issues with the model that they're chasing in terms of Web3, but nonetheless, it's been fun to play.
Viper?
Yeah, I've been involved in several of them. And first, let me say, when I start picking projects, one of the things I look at is does the project have issues with inflation, either asset inflation or token inflation? And inflation's a hot word, at least in the U.S., possibly around the world right now. But a lot of projects right now have massive issues with inflation and end up becoming Ponzi schemes, in my opinion. So that's one of the things I look for. I have found 2 games that I play fairly regularly. One of them is called Blockchain Brawlers, and the other one is called Cosmic Clash. Blockchain Brawlers is a game that they had a mining phase, but now they're getting into a player versus player card game. That's kind of like a version of Texas Hold'em, but is an alternate version of Texas Hold'em. Cosmic Clash is like a sci-fi based auto battler. I've been playing those, and then I'm also do 2 non-game things in the crypto space. One of them I'm involved with. If folks are familiar with Funko Pop, the little statues of pop culture items and stuff, they launched their first NFTs. I believe it was last August or July, and I got in very early. I was one of the early people getting in there. And what's neat about their project is, so they're selling NFT cards, but there are certain cards or sets that you can put together and in essence turn in, and you can actually redeem them for free real world objects that they'll mail to your house. So I have a collection of real world pops that is growing based on my NFT collection. And then the final thing I'm involved with, not a game and not really NFTs at all, but I do a little bit of DeFi in the Wax blockchain ecosystem. I'm involved in some of their decentralized finance and staking pools.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, we need to give us more details about that later on. Personally, I've been investing in so many projects that are even funny. Some of them were scam. Some of them were really good. I completely agree with Jorge. I'm a big fan of Thetan Arena. It's probably the only game besides Beat Heroes Quest that I have on my phone. And I play that one on a regular basis. The other one is Axie Infinity. I was able to invest in the game when it started. An insane amount of money, so we're not going to talk about that in this AMA Q&A. But yeah, it still hurt, by the way. It still hurt.
Was it enough to buy a ring? Was it enough to buy a ring?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to make another timestamp that we're getting close to an hour, and I need to cut this. Just for safety purposes, okay? Axie Infinity, Gods Unchained is great. I think it's one really cool title in Beatable X network. And of course, some old play-to-earn titles like a Crypto Cars, which probably was one of the first titles that I invest, and I did really well until the game went down the hill. But well, that's what happened when some projects they don't have a company behind them to support them and to also guarantee the users that the project will be alive for a long time. So most of the play-to-earn titles that have been involved, I mean, probably they're survived for 3, 4, 5 months, something like that, and after that it's just gone. So it's really good to start seeing all these titles that they have a good group of developers behind, and also they're fun to play, which is probably very important because they keep saying play to earn and all that stuff, but they're super boring, man. I mean, who wants to go there and put some water in a plant? I mean, I can do that every day over here without getting stressed. So why should I do that? So it's really interesting to see that they bring in fun. We bring in fun back to blockchain gaming, and it's something that people are still trying to get used to it. So, well, just wait and see what the Bitverse has for you, because it's gonna be just amazing. All right, so we're just about time to wrap up this session. I really would love to say thank you to all the guests, Viper, Elias, Roberto, and also Jorge for taking some of their
Jorge alias Fernando.
Well, can I do the outro? Stop interrupting me. So yes, this of course our guests have. I know their calendars. They are full of meetings. So believe me that it's really 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 great that see Donnie and also Donnie. Oh my God, no Viper and also Roberto and also payback, and also Jorge being involved in this event. That's also very important for us to be
So
as close as possible to the community. Yes.
Before we close, I want to reiterate we have in BTR's Quest the Summer Frenzy event, and I'm happy to confirm that we have a chicken gore coming up. So don't miss that one.
Absolutely.
It sounds like
For those of you who know the joke.
Yes, again, it's important to follow us in social media because we're doing airdrops for you guys. We are also posting information about how the pre-sale is going to work, the benefits and everything. We know that Viper is working like crazy trying to get the white paper with all the information that you need in order to give you the security to start investing in this project. So, well, I have nothing else to say, which is weird because I always have something to say.
I got two things. One, we're also planning to drop an article on Medium tomorrow that's going over the perks for the various rarities of the heroes. We'll have that go out, so folks, please check that out. And then the second thing, something we are trying to do as a community, and it'll probably be off and on depending on the person, but we're trying to be more available, particularly in the crypto channels on Discord, to be able to like answer questions and just get feedback from the community. Maybe folks have seen me try to be in there various times during the week, and I think Jorge, you've been in there, and same with you, Game Hunter.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Another thing that we would love to start doing is also trying to spend time with the community after the Q&As, especially when we have an announcement or an is really important post in Medium about something specific related with the NFTs. We would love to spend some time with all you folks talking about what do you think about it. We really need to know your opinion. That is super, super important for us. Okay. So our next Q&A session will be in August 25th, but during the week, maybe over the weekend, we're going to try to start changing things a little bit. We would love to, for example, experiment with a podcast. It will be super interesting to talk about the Bitverse, like a just wide open, everything that we know about the Bitverse. Probably we're going to say more than one thing that we shouldn't say because there's a sneak peek. But yes, that's what we're trying to do some conversation. And also we planning to do some Q&As also on different platforms like Twitter and also on YouTube. So one more time, it's super important for everybody to follow us on social media for the latest of the Bitverse. So we hope everybody had fun, and we hope that we clarify some of your questions. We are always open to answer your questions, so please do not hesitate. Post your question on Discord. We'll be able to answer in a future session of Q&A. So have a beautiful, absolutely rest of the week and a weekend, and that will be for me. Jorge, you want to say something else before we end?
No, thanks everyone. See you in the next one.